Hi everyone, this is Vensi from Nalsar and this is the first video brought to you by Project Access. This video will be an introduction to the process of law school admissions in India. So if you're a law aspirant, this is for you, and if you know a law aspirant, please share it with them. Before we start the video, I'd like to tell you a bit about Law School 101's Project Access. We're seeking to build a portal of open resources for law aspirants throughout the country. We're trying to build a hub of completely free material for those who wish to study law in India, thereby increasing access to law for students across the country. We're hoping to teach whatever we know about law and law entrances to anyone with an internet connection, and every resource on this portal will be free. We're attempting to do our bit to address the disconnect between the common person and the law in India, and we hope that we get more students to engage with law through free access to educational material. This video will introduce you to the journey that high school students have to take in order to reach the law schools of the country. Let's first look at the law degree. In most places across the world, a degree in law is offered only after you have a bachelor's degree. That is, even though it is only a bachelor's degree, it is offered only at the postgraduate level. And India is one of those countries. But when it was found that there weren't many takers for law and that many bright students chose to take other professions, it was decided to create a curriculum that would offer a law degree right after high school or your 12th standard. Hence, studying law in India at the undergraduate level entails taking a dual degree course, which often brings a combination of humanities or business with the LLB. However, instead of spending 3 years on each degree, the integrated course offers the dual degree after only 5 years. What course you get to take along with the LLB depends largely on the university, but common options are the BA LLB, the BBA LLB, and some even offer a BSc LLB. However, places like Nalsar offer only a BA option. If you're sure about studying law after your high school, you're likely to be looking at studying in the best law schools of the country. There are many options available for a law aspirant today, but some schools are highly sought after. Some of the NLUs or National Law Universities are marked here, such as Nalsar Hyderabad, NLS Bangalore, NUJS Kolkata, NLIU Bhopal, NLU Jodhpur, NLU Gandhinagar, and so on. And some of the private ones include Jindal Global Law School and the Symbiosis Law Schools. Now, we're skeptic about the ranking systems used to rank these colleges, so we'll only talk about the student experiences in these law schools. Since we belong to Nalsar, however, you will find us talking about Nalsar more frequently, since we have a first-hand account of the life-changing experience that it offers. We will have a video talking about the life at Nalsar in detail. We also have members from other law schools, so you can look forward to those videos as well. So how do you get into these colleges? Like most other subjects in India, admission to law schools is through competitive entrance examinations. Some colleges have an additional personal interview or group discussion component. Some of the famous entrance exams are the CLAT, which is the Common Law Admission Test, used by about 16 national law universities for their admissions. The ALET, or the All India Law Entrance Test, used by NLU Delhi for its admission. The LSAT India, used by various private universities, including Jindal Global Law School. And at the state level, there are many exams such as the LawCET, which is the Law Common Entrance Test for AP and Telangana. Once you secure admission through these tests, you might have to be concerned about the fee structures at most law schools. Although law might not be as pricey as medicine, law schools still charge a fees that might impose a financial burden for the average middle-class Indian. The private law schools charge a higher fee than the state-supported NLUs mostly. However, there are a few scholarships that are available at a few institutions such as NLS Bangalore and Nalsar, and there are also a few external scholarships that are open to students. Some students also obtain loans from banks to finance their studies. A more detailed video about financing law school and dealing with the cultural shock that law school might present to many students will be brought to you shortly. Now that you might have decided to study law at one of these law schools, what should you do? Since the admission process in India is very narrow and limited to the law entrances, you must prepare yourself to give these tests. Earlier, there was a requirement that only students under the age of 20 were eligible to sit for these exams, but this requirement has been scrapped last year. Therefore, a person of any age and any background is now eligible to write these exams and get into law school. You must keep in mind, however, that with the few seats available in the best law schools, the competition is high, and in fact, it is soaring every year. In addition, the CLAT also has a negative marking scheme, which makes it uniquely difficult, and in the past couple of years, we've seen that a difference of a mere 0.25 marks in the test sets two students tens or hundreds of all India ranks apart. Now, there is no set formula for cracking the national aptitude tests. Some students might need only a few weeks, while others might do well with a year or two's preparation. Considering that the exams are getting increasingly competitive, we always suggest our students to start their prep as soon as they can. With many months ahead of you, we also suggest books to read, movies to watch, online forums on which to interact, etc., so as to make the process more enjoyable. So, where can you begin this preparation? Well, you can enroll yourself in one of the coaching centers if one is available in your vicinity. You might, however, find the fees at these coaching centers on the higher end and sometimes unaffordable. You can also prepare by subscribing to the correspondence courses or online tests so as to receive sufficient practice for these tests. Some centers were actually founded by law school alumni and students, and Law School 101 happens to be one of them. So, what do these exams test? Well, most of the exams have a similar format of testing you in the following subjects: the legal aptitude section, general knowledge, logical reasoning, English, and math. Now, don't worry if you're not a math student, because this section tests quantitative aptitude and 10th standard level maths only. There are many books in the market to help you prepare for the exams, and a suggestive list will be given to you in another video. We believe that it is unfortunate that law is becoming yet another rat race in India, where students have a narrow focus on the law entrance exams. You must understand that the exams are not at all indicative of a person's aptitude for law or their passion for it, for that matter. A low score in any of these exams does not mean that you will end up as a bad lawyer. Neither does a higher rank mean by default that you're destined to become an extraordinary lawyer. What it does reflect is that you are good at working accurately under pressure of a time constraint. However, these exams are important for the law aspirant since they are the only gates of entry to the best law schools as of now. We therefore urge you to complement your law entrance prep with a range of other activities such as reading books, watching legal movies or TV shows, trying your hand at writing, and perhaps participating in Model United Nations, debate competitions, and essay writing contests. All of these help you to build skills that are crucial once you come to law school. We believe that preparing for law school should not be a narrow one-dimensional activity as training yourself to give standardized tests. You should also learn to engage with the law and also exactly how it can change your way of looking at the world. In the following videos, we will make a series of recommendations for law aspirants on how they can use their time in high school, how to study for the law entrance tests, and most significantly, how to ensure that the process remains enjoyable and holistic. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let us know if there's anything that you would like us to talk about in our future videos. We wish you the best of luck in your journey, and we're happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.